Hey Guardians, today we are going to revisit the Vault of Glass raid, and I will be giving you recommendations on your weapon loadout for each section of this raid. I've done a similar video on the Crota's End raid. If you want to check it out, see the YouTube card in the right hand corner or see the link in the description below. This video shows you my recommendation on what I think the most effective weapons are in each encounter. Obviously, feel free to use any weapon that you want in the raid, but if you do want to know what the most effective weapons are, you will want to watch the whole video. In this weapon loadout video, I will split the recommendations in legendaries and exotics, so if you don't have a certain exotic, don't feel left out. There is always a legendary replacement, which I will call out in this video. Before we start the video, if you are a new player and you are still lacking any good weapons, I recommend you to buy the vendor event Horizon Sniper. This is a high impact sniper that is useful for almost any raid encounters. As for your primary, the Threats Upon Stars is an excellent scout rifle that you can easily obtain with a skeleton key from any Cabal strike. With that out of the way, let's start with the video. At the start of the raid, you will need to stand on the 3 platforms to form the spire. The only enemy that might be a threat to you is the shielded Minotaur that might throw you off the plate. The only recommendation I have in this phase is to have a shotgun to deal with the Minotaurs, and you can use your favorite primary or heavy. This phase is very straightforward and it should not pose any problem to your fire team. Once you are in the Templar's well, you will need to defend the Confluxes. The high priority enemies here are the shielded Minotaurs and the Fanatics. Also here, the shotgun will be your answer to the Minotaurs, and a rocket launcher with cluster bombs will make sure all of the Fanatics are dead when they spawn. As for your primary, use anything you like. I like to use a scout in this encounter. Gjallarhorn will be your go-to exotic for this round. It is excellent against Minotaurs or against Fanatics. At the Oracle phase, ideally you want to use a full Vault of Glass weapon loadout with the Oracle Disruptor perk, which will provide you with extra bonus damage to the Oracles. I like to use the Vision of Confluence in my primary and the Found Verdict shotgun to deal with the Oracles and Minotaurs, and the Corrective Measure as my machine gun for any troublesome situations. If you don't have any Vault of Glass weapons, then a Scout or Pulse will do as your primary. I prefer these as it is easier to hit those annoying Hobgoblin snipers from afar, whereas an auto rifle and hand cannon can lack the range to be effective. Complement this with a shotgun and your choice of heavy. A machine gun or rocket launcher will both do well. As for exotics, any of the Vault of Glass Adept Elemental primary also has the Oracle Disruptor perk. So use that if you don't have a legendary version of the gun, otherwise use the trusty old galley or sleeper which can one-shot the Oracle. After finishing the Oracles, you will be facing the first raid boss, the Templar. The ideal loadout will be a Sleeper Stimulant or Gjallarhorn, Sniper, and then your favorite primary in that order. Empty the Sleeper or Galley first, then use a Heavy Synth if you have one, otherwise continue your DPS with your Sniper. Afterwards, ideally you should try to find more Sniper or Heavy ammo, otherwise continue your DPS with your primary, and if your team is doing the same, that should be enough to get the Templar down. Obviously utilize your weapons bubble, tether or Viking Funeral if that is available to you to further improve your maximum DPS. If you do not have the mentioned exotics, you will want to focus on sniping the Templar with a high impact sniper, then use your favorite heavy and then your primary. Once the Templar is down, continue your way through the Gorgon maze until you arrive at the Gatekeeper. The Gatekeeper will be your priority here, which you can shut down pretty quickly with a Sleeper Stimulant or Gjallarhorn. As for legendaries, if you are going to get the relic, use a sniper and your favorite heavy weapon to take down the Gatekeepers. Others that are on the platform should prioritize on taking the Minotaurs down with shotguns or your favorite heavy weapon. As for primaries, use anything you like. I prefer to use a hand cannon. The final encounter is Atheon, and there are 3 things that you should be focusing on, and that is ads, oracles and Atheon himself. Use your favorite primary against ads. I like to use a hand cannon here. If you have a Vault of Glass weapon with the Oracle Disruptor perk, you should prioritize on using that. I like to use my secondary to deal with the Oracles. The Praetorian Foil Fusion Rifle, which has the Oracle Disruptor perk, is an excellent choice here that can one-shot the Oracles. Otherwise use a Sleeper which can also one-shot the Oracle, or use a Sniper if you don't have either of them. As for Atheon, prioritize on using the Sleeper Stimulant if you have one, otherwise use a high impact sniper and then switch to a machine gun, and afterwards your primary in that order. Do not use a rocket launcher as you will blow yourself up in the shield, and secondly you are wasting your time if you are jumping out of the shield to shoot your rocket. So focus on using a sniper instead. Once Avian is defeated, hopefully you'll receive one of the raid weapons. The Vault of Glass raid weapons are all excellent weapons to have for any encounter. So I hope this helps you out with your Vault of Glass raid. Let me know in the comments below if I've missed anything. Have a look at the YouTube card in the right hand corner or in the description below where you can find similar videos for the other raids. Thanks everyone with your support so far in supporting this channel. We are coming closer to the 2000 subscriber goal. If you like this video and want to see more Destiny content with tips and tricks and weapon review videos, then subscribe and hopefully soon we can together celebrate the 2000 subscriber milestone. Thanks for watching guys, and as always I will see you in the next video, Guardians.